Beautiful souls, a message for you today. Trust yourself, trust your gut feeling, trust that inner wisdom when it comes to the decisions in your life and the path that you take. Everyone thinks that, and I'm not saying logic's not important, things need to be logical, but everyone thinks that logic is everything. But your body lets you know when something is right or wrong. It's that gut feeling in the pit of your stomach when you're like, I don't know why, but this doesn't feel right. And that is your body's intuition. And when that is like an alarm bell, your body literally should be giving you the path ahead, should be giving you the green light or the red light. When your nervous system feels safe, when you're like, oh, I feel good around this person, I feel safe, I feel peaceful, that's your body letting you know that this is good, this is a good thing. But when you get that feeling in your bones, in the pit of your stomach, and you're like, I don't know what it is about that person, but I don't trust them, that should be your guide in life. And that's how you should get through every decision, every life path, every life decision. This is something I've learned in the last few years since my spiritual awakening. And I really want to kind of head back to that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's really important to me. I just want to read this to you. The wisdom of the solar plexus. It's a message for you. Deep at your very core lies the great wisdom, your gut instinct. This area is the body's second brain, the more intuitively wise brain. It is a place to connect to when you are making life decisions, the area you should learn to trust above all else. If you've been feeling anxious lately, it's likely you've disconnected from your solar plexus, the area below your rib cage and above your belly button. Anxiety is a feeling of uncertainty, and the wisdom of the solar plexus brings back an inner knowing. By choosing this card, you're reminded to trust your gut instinct to help you find answers to whatever you're struggling with. Is there a voice you've been listening to that is louder than your own? So when you've got your own voice in your head, that's not your gut instinct, that's your overthinking mind, which will trick you, it will mislead you, it will misguide you. That's the one to actually ignore, but that's the one that is the most present in all of our lives. Now is a chance to shut out external voices and develop a stronger internal one. Trust yourself. You're so intuitive. You've got the tools. It should be like a roadmap in life. Don't be too much in your head and too much in your heart. And on that note, actually, I really want to, and I love the tarot, and I will carry on doing it. So don't panic, anyone that loves that. But I really want to focus on, I think, like living in your heart space and manifestation. And I really wanted to know if that is something that people would be interested in, because I want to commit to that in my life and bring that, to all of this. And so, let me explain it like this, right? And I don't ever want to be, there's so much spiritual arrogance on platforms and everything else. This is my universal truth. I know this in my bones. Other people have their own universal truth. There's no judgment, there's no right or wrong. This is what I know in myself, in my soul. So we're all naturally in a peaceful, loving, heart space place. And we come into this world and we have all those external factors. We have childhood trauma that puts us in our heads, and it puts us in a place of overthinking, thinking, having these things that we overplay in our head. I'm not good enough, I don't deserve that, I'm not good enough, which is the common one, or I'm shit, or whatever it is. Everyone's got that. If they don't, and they're not Buddha or Eckhart Tolle or someone like that, I really don't believe them. Again, my universal truth. But you literally have like the head and the heart, and the head is that overthinking thing that actually causes physical illness. When you're thinking you're not good enough, you're thinking you're lower than people, you think that you can't do something, you're limiting yourself. It actually starts to manifest itself as physical illness, and this is why a lot of people that have mental health problems, because doctors label it. We don't know what it is, so we'll put a label on it and we'll give you a tablet. I think there's a better way. I think there's a better way, a more natural way of doing it. That came up for a reason. You are wiser and more brilliant than you know. Be still, take a breath and listen. Your intuitive whispers are guiding you. Beautiful. That's today's message. Anyway, back to that. So, that feeling like, okay, think of like a really special memory for you, like when your child was born or something that filled up your heart. I'm going to think about when my daughter was born. That smile, that feeling, that's your heart space, and that is a natural state that we should be accessing all the time and only using our brain for the mundane, for the working out maths, spelling, English, working out how to fix something, the logical day-to-day stuff. I don't know, science, whatever. I'm just using examples. But our natural born spaces, we're beings of love. And that heart space where we, when you think back on that memory of, I'm going to say, your wedding day, the love that you felt inside, that's your natural being. When we sleep, and don't get me wrong, the mind gets involved and we get fears, and some of us have nightmares. But when we have those good sleeps, you're not thinking, you're just peaceful and you're happy. And that's the minute you wake up, you're like, brain's on. And that's the state that we should all be trying to achieve, to get to. Anyway, where I'm going with this, there are so many techniques. Like, I find meditation really helpful. I was listening to someone this morning that said that was actually a mental thing as well. So I'm going to look into that a little bit more. But no, I feel there's something I've started doing every day, and it's really helped me bring me into my heart space. So ground yourself. It's always good to ground yourself. Put your feet on the ground and breathe, and actually physically feel yourself moving from your head into your heart space. Stop it, cat. Breathe. Maybe think of like a memory of when your child was born, or think of something you're grateful for. I don't know why child, maybe that's because my child is the most important thing in my life. And you calm and you actually bring yourself, and it's really interesting. I've been doing it for the last few days and it really does help. So it's a little technique. You find yourself like stressing, worrying, sit there and do that. Take a deep breath. Imagine yourself moving and think of something you're really grateful for. And you actually move into it. It's really special. It's really helped me in the last few days. And it's all like frequency, like even like manifesting. I think what a lot of people don't realise. And yes, if we're thinking, I don't deserve that, I can't have that, you are bringing that in essentially. But the true manifesting, the real manifesting, is when you feel that feeling, and that actually brings everything to you. And a really, really good technique is to get a book and write down what you want and imagine having it. And the imagining having it and sitting there smiling and feeling that smiling feeling is the manifesting magic. Okay, so for my followers on TikTok, I have a subscription service for my tarot. I do tarot lives, and for a quite small fee, do readings every time I'm live. But I'm thinking about doing sort of living in your heart space manifestations subscription and getting more into that. I'd definitely keep it at a really, really low fee for everyone. I know we're all struggling. And I just wondered if people would be interested in that, maybe doing doing daily tasks, journaling and things like that, and inspirational videos, and maybe email, whatever. It's something I'm going to come up with, but I wanted to know if anyone's interested. So leave me a comment. Love and light, everyone. Have a great day, and remember, bring yourself back to your heart space. Love and light.